Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, ShrimadBhagavatam269. As you may remember, Brahma was confused by Krishna's ability to duplicate himself. Seeing his stupefaction, Krishna took pity on him. At once Brahma saw that each and every calf and every boy was dark, like the rain cloud, that he was wearing yellow silk. Each one had 4 arms, and in the 4 hands glowed the white conch, the discus, the mace, and the red lotus. Brahma saw the form which the Formless One had taken for the benefit of his bhaktas. Brahma stood like he was carved out of stone, and stood staring at the myriads of Narayanas that were before his eyes. Krishna realized that the time had come when Brahma should be made to realize his arrogance, and the lesson which has to follow for anyone smitten with that disease. Brahma saw the forms of Narayana vanish, and the calves and cowherd boys took their places. Realizing the immensity of his impertinence, Brahma fell at the feet of Krishna and begged him to forgive him for his stupid prank, which he played not knowing the real nature of the Lord. He then went round Krishna 3 times, as is the custom when you wish to honor someone greater than yourself, and went back to his Satyaloka, a chastened and a wiser Brahma. Krishna collected the lost calves which Brahma had restored to the forest, and went back to the spot where he had left his dear playmates. They were all there waiting for him. They said, "How quickly you found the calves, Krishna. We have not eaten even a mouthful of food since you left, so quick is your return. Come quickly, let us finish our meal and play again." Krishna smiled his charming smile and finished the rest of the curd and rice, which he still held in his left hand. Krishna plucked all the flowers on the way, and making a garland of them, wore it on his lovely neck. He picked up the feather of a peacock and tucked it in his crown of hair. Powdered pink shell he rubbed on his face as a cosmetic, and sounding his flute he entered Vrindavan, followed by his playmates, and they were making music with bugles and trumpets. The children rushed to their homes, and each one told his parents how Krishna saved them from the jaws of death, how Krishna killed the python, and how they all came out of the insides of the dead snake. 169. Balarama kills Dhenuka. Krishna was now 6 years old, and so were his companions. They were now considered old enough to graze cows, sanctifying every spot he touched with his lotus feet. Krishna spent his time grazing cows in Vrindavan. He became proficient in playing on the flute, and he would gather his friends and the cows around him after they had been fed with the music of his flute. One day, as usual, Krishna and Balarama entered the beautiful forest with their retinue. There were flowers everywhere. Deer were running here and there, and the music made by the birds and the murmuring of the bees was soothing. The waters of the river were flowing placidly, and the tranquility that was there was like that in the minds of great sages. Krishna called Balarama and said, "Look at the forest, my dear brother. Look at the trees laden with flowers. The boughs are so heavy with flowers, they are almost touching the ground. It seems to me like they are falling at your feet and asking you to rid them of some sin which they have committed in some previous birth of theirs, which has made them to be born as trees. The bees are singing your praises, since they know you are the Lord who has deigned to be born into this world of sin, to rid her of her pain." Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.